Time to the early days in our town, Frankenmuth, to recall how the community was born. Dick Kraft is a former mayor of Frankenmuth, and today is a historian of note who knows more than a thing or two about the community. Welcome, Dick.
Thank you.
How did the area that we know as Frankenmuth today become settled with such a German heritage? What brought the first settlers to the area?
Well, they came over in 1845, Deb, for a variety of reasons, I suppose, one of which was they knew of the good farmland in that particular area along the banks of the Cass River, but also for religious reasons. The Lutherans were in the minority back in those days in that part of Germany, and so they looked for some religious reasons to come over here. And also they had heard about the mission work that was possible to be done amongst the Indians in the area. And the Indians were, of course, very plentiful here in those days.
You know, one of the things that I find fascinating is the fact that the German families came over, bought the farmland, and settled it. And in a lot of cases, including your own, the farmland still belongs to the same family generations later. Is that pretty commonplace in Frankenmuth?
It's quite common, yes. My great-grandparents took title to the land that I was born on and still own in 1846. And so they kept up the traditions over the years and spoke the German language and just kept the German culture going.
Well, you brought with you some pictures which depict part of this German heritage, and I'd like to start right out by taking a look at them, and you can tell us what we're seeing and kind of walk us through Frankenmuth's past.
Sure. Well, this picture here shows the original, or not the original church, the second church that was built in Frankenmuth, St. Lawrence Church. This particular building was built in 1880, and it's still standing today, although a major addition was made in 1964. That particular original building seated around 800 people. This particular picture here is the original Star of the West roller mills. There was a flour mill that was also built on the banks of the Cass. It was Saginaw County's first steam-powered flour mill. This shows a picture of the dam, which is still being used today, but this particular picture shows the dam when it was a wooden dam. And I believe the next picture will again show the dam in the background, but at this point it shows the wooden dam converted to a concrete dam with the old Star of the West mill on the left-hand side. Here we see the old Frankenmuth Brewing Company. And this picture, of course, goes back to, I don't really know just when, but I'm sure back into the early 1920s or even before then. And this is the brewery that was, over the years, developed into the Heilman Brewing Company that is still in Frankenmuth today. Here's an interesting shot, I think, for a lot of people that might recognize this better as the tavern in Frankenmuth. It used to be the Getz Hotel, and
Tiffany's,
it's now called Tiffany's. I'm sorry.
They look like they're having a good time.
They're having a good time, those old-timers, just like they are today. And this is a picture of the woodworking operation in downtown Frankenmuth. They used to make caskets at this location. This is a shot taken from the spire of St. John's Church in downtown Frankenmuth, looking to the east. The first building that you see in this picture is what was our jail back in those days, and today is our ambulance barn. This is a picture of thrashing machines, which were popular way back in those days with the steam engines and thrashing off the fields.
That's marvelous. Thank you for that mini historical look at your town, Frankenmuth. Thanks for joining us, Dick. And we're going to turn from Frankenmuth past to Frankenmuth today. But we're going to have to take a break, and we'll be right back to do that.
Hello, I'm Ruth Abraham. I'm president of the Civic Events Council, which governs the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival, second week in June. Welcome to our town.
Wolverine Federal Savings of Frankenmuth welcomes you to our town, Frankenmuth. In business for 58 years with offices to serve you in Frankenmuth, Midland, and Sanford, Wolverine Federal Savings is everything you can bank on, and proud to be a part of our town, Frankenmuth.
Imagine living each day of your retirement satisfied, secure, and content in an ideal location. Frankenmuth's Independence Village. Independence Village offers spacious apartments with services for an easier lifestyle. Come out and see them soon.
A step back in time. Rouse Country Store with the kinds of things your great-grandparents enjoyed. Gift items from around the world, early American decorative items for your home, old-fashioned candies from Europe, dollhouse miniatures, and much more. A visit to remember. Rouse Country Store, Frankenmuth.
Warden Interiors of Frankenmuth, a complete home decorating center, features quality brand names in flooring like Armstrong and Congolium, carpeting by Mohawk and Bigelow, plus a large selection of custom draperies and window treatments. Warden Interiors in Frankenmuth.
Grants TV is proud to have the most advanced technology in the full line of Whirlpool appliances. You save now during the $100 cashback sale from Whirlpool at Grants TV. Quality and expert experience. That's Whirlpool and Grants TV, South Main, Frankenmuth.
Hi, I'm Lynn Eberhardt, inviting you to Manufacturers Marketplace, where you'll find over 95 outlet stores with savings of 20 to 70% off every day. Manufacturers Marketplace has famous name brands like Corning, Bugle Boy, Oshkosh, and many more.
On just about any summer Sunday afternoon, you'll find crowds of folks coming into our town, Frankenmuth. They're there to enjoy the famous chicken dinners, of course, the quaint shops, riverboat rides, and all that the city is known for. But of course, there's a lot going on in the community besides chicken dinners. And in this segment, we'll be talking with a woman who has her fingers on the pulse of Frankenmuth. I'm pleased to welcome Ruth Abraham. Ruth is Civic Events Council President in our town, Frankenmuth. Welcome, Ruth.
Thank you, Deb. We're pleased to be here. We really appreciate that you've asked us to be a part of our town. Frankenmuth we're proud of Frankenmuth, and we want the world to know it.
Well, it's our pleasure to be a part of your community, at least for this week.
Yes, right.
You know, we talked about the chicken dinners, and we talk about the whole mystique of Frankenmuth, the tourism. You are the state's #1 tourist attraction. How important is that element to the way of life in our town, Frankenmuth?
Well, Frankenmuth's economy definitely is very dependent on tourism. It is a part of our community. It's a part of our employment. It's a part of our lives. But there's also a community there, like any fine young community in the whole United States. People are working on their homes. They're working on their gardens. They're working on committees. Volunteers in Frankenmuth are just fantastic. I guess this year we've been concentrating on recognizing our volunteers. We feel that's so important. Our churches are a very important part of our life. We have St. Lawrence Church, we have St. John's Church, we have Blessed Trinity Catholic Church, the Methodist Church, and a New Baptist Church. So we have churches, and they all work together. They really work together and help each other. In fact is, when I was on the foundation, we formed a social services committee. People would come and ask for help, and instead of going to each church, we formed a communication network so that if someone asked for help, sometimes if they were very needy, the 5 churches could work together and really help them. That's an example of how things are done there. Our schools are so important. We're working very hard. I'm going to get a plug in here for our indoor pool. We've been working very hard on getting an indoor pool.
That election's coming up really soon.
It's coming up on June 10th. And we want everybody to vote.
Any prediction at this point?
Well, I hope very deeply that it'll be successful. I know I've been on several committees about 8 years, so we've worked hard for it, and we really feel that this year it's going to become a reality.
You know, speaking of recreation, you have quite a park system for a community that small.
Yes, we do. We have, I think at the present time, about 35 acres of parks. Now, don't quote me on this as being exact, because I did approximately, yes. Because we have Heritage Park, we have Memorial Park, and we also have neighborhood parks. Part of the city's master plan requires any new development has also what they call a neighborhood park where the kids can play ball. They're not fancy, but they're a place where the kids can have fun. Our golf course, we'll have a new golf course in '92. I talked to Mr. Thunder yesterday. It's right on schedule. We're real excited about it. And they expect to have it open in July of '92. And then they will be expanding that to make it into a very, very nice golf resort. Of course, that's tied into tourism, but that is important to Frankenmuth. Heilman Brewery, we hope that something will be happening there soon. We don't know. We don't really have any definite word on that.
You know, recently we were able to take our photographer into Frankenmuth, and capture on tape some of the highlights, some of the things you've just been talking about. I'd like to roll the tape now if we could, and if you'd be so kind as to be our tour guide through our town
I'd love
Frankenmuth.
to. Thank you. We're going down Main Street now. Main Street is, right now, if you go down Main Street, you see the flower baskets, and we have fresh flowers. We started that last year. And then you'll see all the petunia beds. We plant, the Women's Club plants over 10,000 petunias. Now we're going up. I'm having a little trouble seeing the monitor. I think we're going uptown. Is this the...
That's from in front of the chamber office.
in front of the chamber office, yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's Tiffany's across. We're going downtown now, aren't we?
Now, is that Tiffany's, as in the Tiffany's bar
Yes,
photo that
that's
we
the
saw
one.
earlier?
That's the one that Dick showed before. That used to be the old Getz Hotel, and it's been converted. And there's an outdoor area there now that, in the summertime, there's a cafe-type outdoor area that is working out very well. And this is the Bavarian Inn.
That's a familiar sight to anybody coming in.
Yes, it is.
And vendors.
That's actually where the festival had its early beginnings. When they remodeled and did the Bavarian-style architecture, they had a little, it was really just for the community. That's kind of, and everybody had so much fun that it devolved into the festival. There's Zenders of Frankenmuth. That was the original Zenders Hotel, and then the family divided up, and they manage both sides. Now, one family manages one side, and another family manages the other side. But they work together, of course.
Everything is so well kept in the community. Again, you notice more flowers and more plantings. I think that's part of the attraction.
It is. Well, everybody has such a pride in their community, in their homes, in their businesses. This Peace on Earth became, as a result of the war, and you'll notice there's flags on each side. Ordinarily that says Willkommen, but this year we put Peace on Earth in there. And there's a beautiful Christmas display on that bank during the Christmas holidays. But this will stay up. This is our hope, Frankenmuth hopes for peace on earth. All of us do, of course.
Now that sign is noticeable from just about anywhere you go in the downtown area.
That's how it's designed. It makes a nice setting. This is the Star of the West. You saw a picture of the old Star of the West, and this is the mill, and now it's called the Hubinger Nicholas Mill, but it was rebuilt. This is not the original building. A group got together, and they also found, I believe it was up by Gladwin, that they found an old mill, and they brought it down, and Mr. Kern restored it.
Now that's a store now, before we...
It's a store, correct. Okay. Now this is a riverboat tour. That's fun. If you haven't gone on the riverboat tour, please go. It's a lot of fun.
The day we were there, these folks were having a great time.
Yes, they do.
You could tell.
They wave at everybody, and the river is very scenic. Heritage Park was opened in 1970. Land was donated, and a portion of it was purchased, and that's where the festival moved down there in 1970. I think you're showing the festival grounds now, or
It's all part of Heritage, is it not?
That's right. That was started in 1970, just 3 years before Mr. Kraft was chairman of the festival. And it was about that time that we started to really get it together, because there was a lot to do. The first year we moved down there, everybody said, oh, it won't work, but it did, because everybody pitched in and made it work.
That's a really beautiful park area. That's where TV5 does their best of the class.
I noticed that this morning. You had it on TV, and we noticed that. Yeah.
Everybody's very gracious to us as we come in to film this in your town and roll out the red carpet.
Well, we try to treat our visitors as if they were guests in our home. The covered bridge was built, I believe, in 1980. I'm not certain about that. It was early 80s, I believe, and that was built by a gentleman from Maine. I think it was the last wooden bridge that he built. He was in his late 70s at the time that he built it. And we had a great time when that was built. It was built on the other side of the river, and then the oxen pulled it across, and we all pretended that we helped. So it was fun. This is
Schoolhouse Square.
Schoolhouse Square, okay. That was Main Street Middle School. That was the Lutheran school. And then in 1964, a portion of it moved over to the new St. Lawrence School. And then in 1980, they moved the entire school over to the new school. The square has a lot of very interesting shops. This is where Frankenmuth started with the church. You saw a picture of the church. This is a later picture of the church. You can see the addition in the rear. St. Lawrence has 3,500 communicant members and about 4,500 souls at the present time. We just finished a $3 million expansion. In fact, Mr. Kraft headed that. This is a residential area. This is Trinkline Street, I believe. It's one of the earlier residential. Yes, it is.
And we were impressed by the way the homes are kept. Again, the flowers everywhere you look and the neatness of the whole area.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, if you would come out now, probably there are twice as many flowers and plantings as there were the day that you filmed this, because over the weekend everybody was really buzzing. The lawnmowers were going, and this is Wally Brunner's new Santa Claus on his new addition. That is open 100% now, and it's really worth seeing. They have about 5 acres of undercover now of Christmas display. It is the largest one in the world.
You know, mentioning Bronner's expansion, what do you see is on the horizon for Frankenmuth in terms of commercial development, community expansion? What's ahead for the community, Ruth?
I think Frankenmuth will do very well. Frankenmuth is conservative. We have good civic leaders who think well and plan well. We have a master plan that was adopted jointly by the township and the city in 1985, and they are adhering to it. It's controlled, good, steady growth. We have a lot of inquiries of people that want to come into town. We are not selective. I shouldn't say it that way. We do encourage the type of industry that we feel reflects Frankenmuth. It's a very nice place to live. It's a very nice place to raise a family. I know I've raised 4 children there, and we're very proud of it.
And I know one of the things that you are very proud about is the festival.
Absolutely.
And that's coming up in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, talk some more about the festival.
All right. Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, I'm Carla Reinhardt, 1990 Bavarian Princess of Frankenmuth, and welcome to our town.
First of Michigan Corporation, serving investors since 1933, is the largest Michigan-based underwriter of stocks and bonds. You'll appreciate the expertise used to develop your complete personalized financial plan. First of Michigan, helping educate clients toward their financial goals.
Reinbold Sales and Service and Yardman tractors are an unbeatable combination, and right now Reinbolds have special clearance prices on Yardman lawn tractors, so now's the time to buy. For complete sales and service on all your lawn and garden equipment needs, see Reinbold Sales and Service just north of Frankenmuth.
In the beautiful town of Frankenmuth, with its long German tradition, having a brewery is only natural. The Frankenmuth Brewery uses authentic German brewery equipment with the finest of natural ingredients, and then it's aged to perfection in their icy cold cellar. The Frankenmuth Brewery is proud of their national awards. Old German Style Dark, Gold Medal. Old German Style Bock, Silver Medal. And now try their Frankenmuth Extra Light, another fine beer, brewed in Michigan, where quality doesn't have to be imported. Explore the world of Zenders. Since 1927, millions of visitors to Frankenmuth have enjoyed the Zenders experience. Zenders Coffee Shop is a favorite spot for breakfast or lunch. Also be sure to visit the fine bakery, food store, and gift shop. Rapunzel's Yarn and Accessories offers beautiful handmade apparel and designer jewelry. And the Calico Box has 1,001 items to decorate your home. Finally, for an overnight stay, relax at Zenders Bavarian House, featuring 114 rooms, outdoor pool, and spa. In all the world, there's only one Zenders of Frankenmuth. Experience it.
Ruth Abraham and I have been joined by Carrie Schloboom. Carrie is chairman of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival and is a very busy woman at this time in June. Carrie, this is the 33rd annual festival, as I understand it. How are plans coming along for this year's festival?
Well, they're great. It's right around the corner, so we have everything pretty much under control. There's always a few last-minute details that have to be attended to, and I think with the weather, we hope it will all work out.
When did you actually start planning the 1991 festival?
Before 1990's festival, we actually there's entertainment things and procedures that we have to take care of for the following year, so I'm already working on 1992.
Aha. Well, okay, tell us about the festival in general, the purpose behind it, and a general overview of this year's festival.
The basic premise of the festival is a celebration of Frankenmuth's German heritage. You've heard a little bit about it today, and basically it's the community coming together to celebrate for 1 week, and they celebrate every day, but this one time is designated for the volunteers in the community, and that's who puts it on. It's the people of the community.
And it runs from when until when?
June 8th through the 15th, Saturday to Saturday.
And one of the big events, we'll be seeing some specific events a bit later, but one of the big events is a parade that will be aired here on TV5. Tell us a little about that, how many entrants and that type of thing.
Well, the parade's going to be really fun this year, as it always is. 115 entries, and we're very pleased to have TV5 with us this year to do our televised broadcast. We have some big balloons coming in. We're going to do a little bit of a military salute for the Desert Storm, and we always have lots of beautiful queens coming in. We have Miss Michigan and Miss Dominion of Canada, and Mrs. Michigan will be with us this year.
Well, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, a lot of fun
Well, let's
things.
take a look at some of the specific events. We have on the screen some information to share with our viewers, and you can kind of fill us in on those.
Okay. Well, the worst day of the festival is probably the most unique thing that we're going to be doing. It's something that we wanted to showcase the 3 sausage makers in town, plus have a fun event for the festival. And so we have Willie's Sausage House, Kern's Sausages, and Bernthal's Meat Market, and they will be preparing over 25 varieties of sausage and wurst.
Sounds
And
yummy.
It will be. And
So worst is referring to the
worst is
sausages.
worst, yes.
Okay.
And that goes Monday, June 10th from 4:30 to 8 o'clock here, but we'll probably go to about 8:30. We have the Frankentrost Band, so it'll be a good night
Okay.
of German food.
All right.
Bavarian Parade, we've talked about that. We'll be on TV5 from 6:30 to 8. It's a great day. Come early in the morning. The spots get taken.
Where's a good place to actually view the parade? Anywhere along Main Street?
Right, Main Street, it starts on Genesee, goes to Main Street, and then we'll turn at Jefferson, and goes all the way to Jefferson, disbands at the corner of Weiss.
Okay.
Of course, our youth parade, which is a miniature version of our big parade, and that's the Saturday, June 15th. Our theme this year of both of our parades is fairy tales, so I think there's going to be some really fun things come out for that. And it runs along Main Street. It starts at Flint Street and ends at Cass along Main Street. So. The Kinder Market is a new area of the festival this year down at Heritage Park. It will be open all days, and it's a little shopping area just for kids. Of course, Pat Boone on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then one show on Thursday is there from 2:30 at a 2:30 show and a 7:30 show, and that's at the big show tent down at Heritage Park. And tickets still are available, and we expect to have a few on the day of, but tickets have sold really well for that, and we're real anxious to have him come to town because he certainly has a lot of fans.
And there'll be a lot of entertainment throughout the whole week.
Sure, we have-
Different things going on,
Right.
bands. all
Right, we
kinds
have a lot of dance
participation.
bands coming in from all over the United States.
Okay, real good. Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, good.
So try to catch the festival, and if you can't, by all means, you can watch the parade on TV5.
Good.
So thanks for joining us, and thanks for your information,
Jen.
Ruth.
Yes.
We have some more merchants in Frankenmuth with some messages from you, and after that, I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Gary Ruprecht, Mayor of the City of Frankenmuth, Michigan's Little Bavaria. Welcome to our town.
It's time for the 33rd Annual Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival, June 8th through 15th, with the festival parade on June 9th at 1 o'clock. Enjoy dance bands from around the country and Canada, wonderful food, grilled chicken, Bavarian baked delicacies, and other traditional German foods. The marketplace features artists and craftsmen and their original works. Imagination and fun are the rule in the Children's Grove. Pat Boone performs 5 great concerts, including dinner shows, fun, food, festivities for all. The Bavarian Festival, Heritage Park, Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth's Bavarian Inn is now accepting reservations for their ever-popular Bavarian Festival dinner show. Enjoy a fabulous dinner with 3 hours of non-stop Bavarian entertainment, German bands, comedy, and special guest Myron Florin of the Lawrence Welk Show. Myron loves Frankenmuth, and you'll love Myron, June 8th through the 15th. Call the Bavarian Inn now for reservations.
Ben Franklin is a fun place to shop, and the prices are great. Whether you're a casual or dedicated craftsperson, you'll find a huge and satisfying selection of quilting and craft materials, a wonderful array of artificial flowers, and everything you need for sweatshirt painting. Ben Franklin, everyone's favorite variety store. Hungry for something delicious and mouth-watering? Stop in the IGA Bakery and Deli. You don't have to heat up your kitchen this summer. Let IGA Bakery and Deli help you with the holidays and every day, too. Ben Franklin and IGA Bakery and Deli, 2 great stores under one roof.
I'd like to extend a special thanks to all of the people in our town, Frankenmuth, for making us feel at home this week. And don't forget, you can catch things about our town, Frankenmuth, all this week on News 5. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time when our town will be Ithaca. Have a nice week.
Come on a journey with TV5 of laughing children and civic pride. Learn from each other, we'll make new friends. You'll be back home again. This is our town. Let us take you there. Your town is our town on TV5.
The place to go for food, folks, and fun in Frankenmuth is McDonald's. McDonald's is proud of its 10-year heritage in Frankenmuth and pledges to support its community outreach project. McDonald's invites you to stop in the next time you visit Frankenmuth. It's beginning to look a lot more like Christmas at Bronner's in Frankenmuth. They've just opened a new 100,000 square foot expansion, more than doubling their size. There's more room than ever for visitors to shop in an intriguing atmosphere resembling a European Christmas market. The expansion features another canopy-covered entrance and exit, additional checkout area, and much more. Bronner's also has a new season's eating snack area featuring light refreshments. Come and see what's new at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland in Frankenmuth. From Bavarian Builders, the convenience of a condo with the privacy of a single-family home. Located in Frankenmuth's Summer Green Meadows, Oxford Knoll detached condominiums offer vaulted and cathedral ceilings, 16 and 9-foot circle windows to bring the beauty of the outdoors inside, a formal dining room, sliding French doors to your private back area, walk-in closets, open staircase, and a loft overlooking the living room. Oxford Knoll Condominiums, Frankenmuth. Another reason people have trusted Bavarian Builders for over 25 years.
Frankenmuth RV Park is a full-service campground located in historic Frankenmuth within easy walking to downtown restaurants and shopping, and only 1,000 yards north of Bronner's Christmas store. Frankenmuth RV Park has a mini golf course, professionally designed and landscaped to be enjoyed by all ages, a pool, a playground, and a picnic pavilion with seating up to 300. The camp store carries convenience items, camping supplies, and souvenirs. The RV sites have full hookups, and all 10 sites are level and have water and electricity. Frankenmuth RV Park, ideal for your next family or group outing.
Here's Sunday's weather from Weather.
A Nikon would have been nice. Ah, the Frankenmuth Brewery. The folks at home would like a picture of this one. Ooh. Well, let me see here. Souvenirs. I gotta buy something. I mean, everything looks great. I gotta buy something. Oh, well. Looky here. Yep, it's just the right color. And it's the right size. What do you think? Okay, we'll buy it. Gotta have a t-shirt. Yeah, I like this one. Check that out. How about this? Is this me? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Gotta find a nice card for the boss. Frosty the Snowman. Yep. Okay. Well, imagine that. Christmas, 361 days a year. Yeah. Gotta have some bratwurst. Yep. Gotta have some bratwurst. Boy, sightseeing can be awfully tough at times, so make sure that you stop and have a cold one, take a break, before you go back and do the rest of your sightseeing. Hey, Gary, Story's back here. Gary, we're not... And we have not seen photographer Gary Linkowski since. Ruth Abraham, president of the Frankenmuth Festival, 33 years. How do you make it happen?
Volunteers. That's the answer. The people just turn out. They're just great. Last night we had a crowd come in here. It was even graduation night, and they set up all the tables in there, all the chairs. and we do all our setup here, of course, ourselves, you know. We don't hire it done.
But just before we went on, you had told me that you've already started planning for next year's festival.
That's right. We have to start thinking about our entertainment. You have to book them, your bands, and especially your star that you're going to feature in your show.
Okay, Ruth, we're going to give you just a couple of seconds to tell the folks out there at home why they should come to Frankenmuth.
Well, you'll love it here. We'll treat you like guests in our home. And there's a lot of fun. Everybody pitches in. It's a great place to spend a day. Or come and spend a week. Anytime. We love to have you.
Great. Ruth, thank you very much. And we're going to find ourselves a grill so we can barbecue these smoked brats and enjoy the town. Sam?
Any word from Gary? You heard hide nor hair of him?
We're still looking, but...
Probably on his way to Vegas.
You seen Gary? No? No, not yet.
And I see you've got dinner around your neck there, Jay.
Thank you very... Yeah, I do, Sam. I'll be back at the station a little later. You can join me if you like.
Okay. Thanks, Jay.
Mustard, though. Don't forget the mustard.
All right. It's kind of hard to take him serious with that hat on. Anyway, a reminder, our parade coverage of the Bavarian Festival Parade, 5 to 6:30 p.m. Sunday afternoon, followed by, I believe, NBA Final Game 4. Well, we've had all this great weather this week, and